Hi everyone, and welcome to the Texas Water Development Board's latest water and weather report. I'm Dr. Mark Wentzel, a hydrologist in the Surface Water Division here at the agency, and today we'll be taking a look at conditions for our state at the end of May 2023. Let's take a look at some of the big water and weather headlines. Temperature was near normal for the state in May. Rainfall was better than average, but conditions varied widely across the state. Drought conditions contracted from covering 55% of the state at the end of April to 34% at the end of May. Statewide, storage in our water supply reservoirs is 76.9% of capacity, about 8 percentage points below normal for this time of year. Conditions are improving, but with summer just around the corner, drought impacts may linger through the end of the year. Let's take a closer look at temperature and precipitation. On these maps, we're looking at both parameters relative to what is considered normal for May. From a water supply perspective, reds, oranges, and yellows mean trouble on both maps. They show areas with above average temperature on the left and below average precipitation on the right. Overall, temperatures were about normal for the state in May, while precipitation was above normal. Conditions were wetter than normal in the Panhandle and Central Texas, areas that desperately needed the extra rainfall, but below average in parts of West, South, and Northeast Texas. May, like April, was favorable for drought recovery in the state. The drought map for conditions as of May 30th shows 34% of the state impacted by drought, down 21 percentage points since the end of April and 33 percentage points since the end of March. There are still significant areas of drought in the Panhandle and Central Texas, but this is the lowest area of the state impacted by drought since November 2021. Conditions in our water supply reservoirs have improved, but not as quickly as the landscape. The dark line on this chart shows how storage in our water supply reservoirs this year compares to minimum, maximum, and median values for the day of the year from data going back to 1990. Also displayed are lighter lines that show how we did in 2022 and 2021, and a red line that shows how we did in 2011. During the months of April and May, we've gained about 2 percentage points of additional storage. That's enough to push us ahead of where we were during 2011, the worst one-year drought in Texas in the last 100 years. But our water supply reservoirs are still feeling the pressure from more than a year and a half of drought. Storage continues to be almost 8 percentage points less than what is considered normal this time of year. What can we expect over the next few months? According to the latest seasonal drought outlook from the National Weather Service, we should continue to see improvements. But summer is generally drier and hotter, limiting the amount of recovery we can expect. By the end of August, the National Weather Service still expects drought to linger in large areas of the Panhandle and Central Texas. Complete recovery may not happen until well into the fall or winter. That concludes our report. Until next time, I hope you all stay healthy and safe.